going on, everybody? Everybody having a good day out there? Should warn everybody when I'm going live. I like just being spontaneous with it, though. See how many people have notifications on. What's up, Adco? Appreciate you coming in. What's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody up to? I'm picking up a load right now. That's what I'm getting into. That's my Friday night, getting loaded right now in a dock. Pretty good load, though. I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain. I got a 9 p.m. appointment, so I guess it's not... I guess they're not going to get in a rush on it. So, I don't know. I figured I'd pop in here. I've been here for about 20 minutes now. I don't know. There's no one else here. I'm the only truck here, so I kind of was hoping they would get this knocked out and I could get on the road, because this load's got to be there Sunday night in Pennsylvania. About 1,100 miles away. Yeah, let's see what everybody's doing tonight. I appreciate everybody coming in. If you could hit that thumbs up, that'll push us out to more people. If you can, you ain't got to. I ain't pressuring you. Wild Bill in the house. What's up, Wild Bill? DIY Semi. First. See, it says first on his end, but I'm getting you, you Adco and Wild Bill beat you DIY Semi on my end. Everybody go check out DIY Semi. It's a good channel. It's a good channel. I'm watching it a lot here lately. I like those Friday videos. I'm waiting for some sponsorships. I gotta put my email out there or something, you know, like, I'm all about selling out, man. I got 4 kids. You know what I mean? Life is expensive. Hence, I'm working on a Friday night. Who else is here? K-Save is in the house. Sup, brother, says K-Save. Not much. Getting loaded. Had to go to the yard and get a different trailer today. My reefer unit, in solidarity, my reefer unit went out. The gearbox pretty much turned itself into a soupy mess, and they thought they was going to get that replaced. I took a 34 at the house. So I'm coming back and got a load running to Pennsylvania right now, but they thought, they said, hey, yeah, we can get that fixed in a 34-hour restart. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, got oil pouring out of the bottom of the reefer unit, you know, and they're like, hey, we'll just put a new gearbox in it. Apparently they got it in the shop and realized there was a lot more to it than what I thought, as far as like more things wrong with it. That reefer unit was having some issues. I think something in the engine, or something to do with the electronics, because that engine was revving up and revving down and revving up and revving down, and it was like every time I would take it into the shop, it would never do it. It would not. I mean, I couldn't get it to do it in the shop for anything. I turned it off, I turned it on, I let it get hot, try to, you know, set it to -20. Would never do it. It would only do it like it's like whenever it felt like it. So I don't know. I know when I went to Walmart with it the other day, there was oil coming out of the bottom of the reefer unit, and the gearbox was gone. So you know, it's what it is. So I got another one. This one, I've got to find some bungee cords though. This reefer unit, it has a Thermo King on it. It's a pretty newer trailer, but my beef with Thermo Kings is they rattle. You know, all the plastic around the engine and everything, it rattles a lot. So I got to find some bungee cords, because they've got one bungee cord on this already, and one's not going to be enough. Adco is in Georgia. All right, where's everybody else at? I'm in Minnesota. Picking up a load. Let's see. Anthony Drummond's here. What's up? UPS working. Ain't that about what it is on a Friday? Let's see. WH Ranch number 1. How's it going? I'm doing good. Thanks for coming in. I don't know if I've seen you in here before. It's good to have new people in the crowd. Appreciate everybody coming in and you know, BSing for a little while I'm still waiting on they ain't even through the red light yet, much less even started loading me. So let's see what else is going on out there today. Where's everybody? What are you doing? I mean, you know, like I said the other day, if you're doing something illegal, I wouldn't put it in here. But you know, if you're digging a shallow grave along the roadside, I probably wouldn't mention it. But you know, Let's see what's going on out there. Young Trucker 215, what's up, Cash? Not much. Trying to get this load on so I can get on with it. I'd like to get this done. It's got a Sunday night appointment, so Friday night to Sunday night, 1,100 miles. It's not unheard of, but I'm gonna have to keep a pace on it. Can't be goofing off too much. It's good though because I started my last load on Sunday, so this load will like really boost my week. Of course, I don't get paid weekly, so it really doesn't matter. Basically, it takes like if I turn my paperwork in before about 11 a.m., I'm typically my checks in the bank the following day. So, but I like to consider a week, a 7-day work week. I've seen some YouTubers, they say like, oh, I've made this much money in a week, and then they're like, yeah, it was a 9-day week, and I'm like, I went to public school in Tennessee, so I probably didn't get the best education, but I know a week is 7 days, not 9 days. I get a little confused by that. And if I ever do say like it's an 8-day week, I will let you know it's not a week, it's 8 days. But I try not to do that, like whenever I come off home time, whenever I get loaded, now I did do a 34 at the house, but if I can get this load in by Sunday, I'm going to count it all in 1 week. Sunday to Sunday, that's a week. See what's else going on out there. K Saves is picking up in Orlando, going home, then off to Texas. Okay. Get that reefer unit running. Let's see. Somebody has super chatted me. I can't see who it is yet. Oh, there we go. Anthony Drummond, $9.99 super chat, man. I appreciate that. I am going to stop at Arby's and I am going to buy probably buy like a giant roast beef sandwich with that. Come on. I appreciate that. Let's see what else we got here. I lost my place. Alright, so K-Save, I'm assuming you got that reefer running if you're going to Texas. I pray for your reefer unit. I think going to Texas was what killed my reefer unit because it was like 120 degrees out there. So, that reefer unit had some issues before that though. So it was kind of like, meh, I didn't really want to go to Texas. Well, I wanted to because the money was really good, but I was a little worried about that reefer unit because, like I said, it had some problems like a month ago. And I took it into the shop, but we couldn't replicate the issue. So I was like, maybe it was just a fluke, maybe, I don't know. Like maybe it had some bad diesel in it, or I don't know. Maybe the fuel filter was stopped up, but it was like, it sounded like your lawnmower when you leave it outside all winter and you crank it up in the spring, kind of sounded like that, like it had bad gas in it or something. So I don't know. But yeah, she's kaput now. She's in the shop, tore completely apart. I think they're looking into seeing how much it would cost just to buy a new unit and put on that box because, the box is in really good shape. So, I don't know. It looks like pretty much all the major components are having issues on that reefer. So, they called me today and they're like, hey, we washed out a different trailer and got it fueled up for you. So, just take this one. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Same trailer basically, only it's got a Thermo King instead of a carrier. Wild Bill, appreciate you coming in, Wild Bill. Always like when Wild Bill's here. It says gotta work tonight. It's my Friday. Yeah, it's so I assume you're on second shift if it's your Friday. I'm not sure. Let's see. That threw me when I said it's second shift. That messed me all up. I was thinking, wait, maybe it's third shift. But third shift is usually like Sunday through Thursday, right? But then I was like, what is today? Today's Friday. Mile High 1010, appreciate you coming in. Mile High 1010 says, what's up? I'm getting loaded in Minnesota right now. This yard guy over here is driving me loony, by the way. He's he told me to move earlier so he could put a trailer in a hole. But I looked and there was no empty holes beside where I was parked, so I just went on inside and checked in. I was like, he can figure it out. He looked like an intelligent guy. We'll let him figure it out. So yeah, that's what's up, Mile High TNT DIY Semi. thought you were going home. Hey, man, I done been home. I was home Thursday morning, and, you know, I'm back at it, man. I'm back at it. I took the family shopping Thursday, and then I said, holy crap, I got to get back to work because I can't be doing this too much. But yeah, had a good little home time. It was brief, but and I was probably going to take the whole weekend off, but freight's paying really good, like this load I got here, I don't know the weight on it yet because nobody apparently knows the weight. Even the guy inside doesn't know the weight, but I've picked up here a couple times before. I'm hoping we get these loads. This is not a direct customer, but it's we get them usually 4 or 5 of these from the broker at one time. I wish we could get this place as a direct customer because they're typically pretty light. They run it basically they just want to maintain a steady temperature. So it's I think they want it set at 60 degrees. It's not even and the last times I've picked up here, it's been 30,000 pounds. So they're typically not max weight. Of course, I don't know. Oh, we got a red light. Looks like they're going to start on me eventually here. But yeah, they, even through the broker, after the broker takes his cut, it's still over $3 a mile. Just a little over $3. I would just call it $3. But that's pretty good, it's pretty good. So yeah, I went home, but then I was one of the guys in the office that took all these loads, he took I think there's 5 or 6 of them. He called me, and apparently I'm not one of his favorites because there was only 2 of them left when he took 2 of the 6. So apparently he called 4 other people before he called me. And I'm sure all the ones going to places I would like to go, all of those probably went to people that have more seniority or people that he likes more. I don't know. When he called me, he had 2 options, Western Pennsylvania or Massachusetts. And I said, oh, by all means, give me that Western Pennsylvania because, yeah. It was funny. I had my 2-year-old in the truck with me earlier. He was pushing all the buttons and, turning the steering wheel. He had the CB. He was pretending he was a big truck driver. And I said, where are we going, to Pennsylvania? And he looked at me and he goes, no. And I was like, yeah, he knows how to truck. Now only if I can learn to say no when they call me with a Pennsylvania load. Let's see, what else we got here? Agco's stuck. What do you mean stuck? Stuck in a rut or no load, or because the frowny face lets me know it's not a good thing for sure. Paul Harris, good evening. Hello, Paul Harris. Thanks for coming in, man. Paul Harris is one of my loyal live people. He loves coming in, shooting the crap with a bunch of truckers. Anthony Drummond, where in PA you coming to? I'm going to the Pittsburgh area. Gonna be over in that area. Alexandra, hello from Green Bay. All right, there we go. That's a good spot. I like going to Green Bay. Agco, that's one way to fix it. Yeah, no kidding. Ray Lawson's here. Hello, Ray. Thanks for coming in. He's in Irving, Texas. I appreciate that. Wow, Bill, I had a reefer come in on the train that was spraying fuel everywhere. Yeah, that seems like a great idea to me, putting a reefer unit on a train. I was at a place getting loaded down in Texas the other day when I was in Amarillo, and I was watching the train go by. And I had bobtailed out to get some food, and I was sitting there where the train was, eating my food. And I was watching the train go by, and I've seen a lot of Prime and Martin, the reefer unit, the reefer company Martin. And I was thinking, boy, a reefer unit on a train just seems like trouble to me, because if that thing, number one, I know most reefer units need fuel about at least every 3 days, it's stretching it. So, yeah, it makes me wonder. Now, say you do loads to California, but you don't really have nothing coming out of California. I don't know. Seems like to me maybe you could put the empties on a train, but then you got guys bobtailing back, so I don't know if that's where, I don't know what's going on there, but a reefer reefer on a train seems like trouble to me. Um, DIY semi, I'm home. Oh, okay, I get it now. Uh, my public school education. Yeah, at home, man. Yeah, living the dream over there. Um, enjoy your weekend. I was gonna take off all weekend. I kind of timed it out, and um, I did the numbers on like what my week, how much money I'd made from like Sunday to Thursday morning, and I had a decent week. I didn't run, but I ran like 900 miles, and I generated like 24. I don't know, what was it. Yeah, I ran 942 miles, and I generated $3,000 in revenue and that's all miles. That's all miles. So I thought about just going to the house, but then they called me with this Pennsylvania load, and I was like, yeah, hey, let's tack another $3,000 on the week. Why not? Because I've already paid for everything for the week already, and made money for the house. So this is pretty much $3,000. Just thinking about this, I was like, it's 3,300. When I break that down to me, it's like 2,600 to the truck. I'll probably need about $300 to $400 in diesel to get across there, and that's pretty much all I got in it. So, I said, sit at the house all weekend or make another like 2,300 bucks. So, it's tough to sit at the house when you can turn it like that. Especially when I'm saving up, trying to get a house here. So, Mile High 1010 passing through Little Rock. Oh man, the scenery of Little Rock. Trying to think of what's in Little Rock that you can look at when you go through there. I don't know. Somebody help me out with something. I know there's a few trucking companies there, but I don't know about scenery. Paul Harris, I'm in Boston. There you go, Boston. Doing my 4-year reset. About 30 days left to go. Wow, a 4-year reset. That seems like good times, actually. I could use 4 years off. Open Road 3310. Appreciate you coming in. It says, delivering in Faribault at 3 a.m., then home. Okay, now we talking. 3 a.m. delivery in Faribault. See what else is going on here. Anthony Drummond says, I live just outside of Philadelphia, PA, driver. Hopefully you're coming this way. Now, I'm not getting as far over as Philadelphia. I try to stay out of Pennsylvania because the toll roads are expensive, and we have... But yeah, I was saying we have no connections. I have no connections in Pennsylvania, so I try to stay out of Pennsylvania. Sometimes I run through there, but yeah. Mile High 1010. What's the rate on it? On the load I have now, it is paying 33 on 1,100 miles. It's actually, I don't know. I gotta look it up on the GPS again with Deadhead, because I had about a 25-mile deadhead over here to get this. So it was just under 1,100, so it may actually be closer to 1,100 now. But yeah, pretty good. Adco truck is getting 6.9 for the last 1,000 miles. What have you been pulling? Where have you been pulling it? I mean, that's not horrible. Like mine fell way down when I idled all week. So I'm probably, I would say that's probably about 7.5, somewhere in that ballpark without doing the numbers on it. So yeah, I'm idling right now. It's like 90 degrees and humid as crap out right now. Yeah, it's 104 in this parking lot I'm in still, with the sun going down. So is what it is. Gotta idle them sometimes. Open Road, doing good. DIY semi, staying busy at the moment. All right. Alexandra says, carriers are garbage anyways. They're making are the best. Yeah, Yeah, you got to find a good carrier if you're going to be at a carrier. It's tough these days. Um, Yellow Roadway may be a good carrier because hell, they're never going to go out of business. They just keep losing money, but they're just constantly getting bailed out in some way. So whether it's the drivers bailing them out or it's the government bailing them out, it's funny to me how a company like that, and I don't mean this disrespectful to the people that work there because you know they're drivers, they're making a living just like most of us are here. But I just don't understand how the management of a company can keep running it in the ground and everybody takes it from every angle except the upper management. The upper management never takes a pay cut. The drivers take a pay cut. They go without benefits because they can't make the insurance payments. I guarantee you during that time, upper management didn't take any kind of pay cut. And then the government comes in and loads them like 700 million or something. It was ridiculous. I'm like, upper management should be working for free there if they're going to take bailouts. But yeah, that's my take on that. Freight Dog, what's up, Freight Dog? Says final week at FedEx Ground until I fly like a bird. Waiting on plates. Should have then next week. Advice to all: stay away from prison. I mean FedEx. Oh man, yeah. FedEx is prison. All right, I take your word for it. Never did much with FedEx. I did ship a package FedEx yesterday, so I don't know. I guess I'm contributing to that misery over there. Oh man. Wild Bill says I'm on some weird shift that starts at 2:30 a.m. but I'm going in 4 hours early. What kind of shift starts at 2:30? I mean, like, that is ridiculous. When I worked at Cisco, man, they put us on some crap like that, man. Our shifts would start at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. They didn't care, man. It's whenever they needed you, that's when you started. Really tough to build a home life like that. Adco FD, God bless. Freight Dogs, Texas. Wild Bill, a lot of Martin and Prime pass through the CSX in Chicago. Oh, I bet they do. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little confused by reefer units on the train. It just, like, I don't know. I guess they pay the train company to fuel the reefers because they can't let them go more than a couple of days without fuel, especially on the back of a train loaded backwards. I seen some of those primes were loaded backwards. So that reefer unit's basically getting no air blown through it. And, it's sitting out in the Texas heat. I was just like, oh man, like, poor reefer units. It's got to be rough on them. Let's see what's going on here with everybody. Edco says, run hard all day, got here 10 minutes early, and they shut down early. Full trailer for the weekend. That is a bummer, man. That blows. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. If you were with a big carrier, I would suggest calling them and saying, hey, I'm dropping this somewhere, but might get in trouble. I used to call, when I was with Avery, I used to call them and tell them what I was going to do, and I really didn't care. After about 6 months with them, I realized, I don't care if they fire me or not, because it was like, yeah, it was a step up from USA Truck, but at the same time, it was like, they were kind of, I don't know, they were kind of goofing me around a little bit. I didn't like my dispatch, and they wouldn't let me switch dispatch, was my big issue. So I just started calling them, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to drop this trailer in, Nashville, and, good luck with it. And they never did complain. I don't know. So I would just go to Nashville, to that trailer, get it empty, and then be like, hey, I need a load. Because I'm not, because they would want you to set on stuff for a long time over there. Sometimes, not all the time. Atco says, yep. Yeah, that's a bummer, man. Atco says, cash is going to hit upper tax bracket. Yeah, I pay my fair share, that's for dang sure. I definitely put in the work. I don't, It's not that I want to be in the upper tax bracket, but it's kind of like they got you. You know, if you want to have anything, you got to work hard. You got to make a lot of money, and you know, you move up the ladder, and Uncle Sam jumps on your back for a free ride. Uh, Freight Dog, LOL. The trainer is here. Thanks for coming in, the trainer. I appreciate it. Says, hey, Cash. What's up, the trainer? Wild Bill, when the railroad changes their train schedule, we change also. Ah, okay. Yeah. The trainer, tank on a train with pumps. Yeah, I've not seen many tankers on there, but I mean, I'm sure they ride the train just like everything else does. You know, why wouldn't they? You can get it moved for cheap. I know some of the company's trailers you see on the train are empty trailers, you know, from the manufacturer getting shipped to a certain place. But yeah, like Prime and all those reefer units, man, that's weird. I guess a tanker on a train would be a little weird too, though, because like that's got to be fun unloading the tanker. Tank under the reefer with pumps. Oh, okay. I guess. I mean, a lot of tankers have to. A lot of tankers have to be temperature controlled too, don't they? Well, I don't know about a lot. I know some of them do at least. Because I know a lot of them are very heavily insulated. Those tankers. Wild Bill says we get 20-foot tanks and Schneider has 40-foot tanks. Okay. Yeah, never paid a lot of attention to that, but I'm sure they ride the train. Adco says there are much worse things than the upper tax bracket. Yeah, I mean, I have thought about moving all my like tax purposes things back to Tennessee to get out of state income tax in Minnesota, because yeah, it's pretty rough. You know, when I moved from Tennessee to Minnesota, I didn't realize, like, you know, there was so much state tax in Minnesota. Anthony Drummond says YRC Roadway hasn't paid into the pension for quite some time now. The unions are losing control. Two big corporations. If the drivers have the years to retire, they better do it now. Yeah, most definitely. When I went to LTL line haul, what was that, at the end of last year, or like last fall? Yeah. LTL and a lot of those places like that, I've noticed, like, the union companies, it's really a lot of break even there, because the union companies have like cheap benefits, but the non-union companies pay more, but then they charge you for, so it's like really you're getting paid the same, because like I forgot who I think it was, might have been YRC I was looking into, you know, and I was looking at the pension. And I was like, okay, I'm like mid-30s. If I worked till I'm like mid-60s, I could have a pension. I could, 30 years. But then I got to thinking, in 30 years from now, do you really think that that pension is going to be paying out to guys that started now? It's like, ugh, yeah. So I kind of got to, second guessing that. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean, if you can retire, I would bail now. That's for dang sure. Anthony Drummond, it's cheaper to put the reefer. I'm assuming that's reefer. It's cheaper to put the reefer on the train. They don't want to pay their drivers to move them loads. Yeah, hey, why not? I mean, Prime's paying $28 million right now to settle their whole. You're not an employee. You are a subcontractor lawsuit. It's amazing to me. They're paying $28 million, but it's going to be paid out to 40,000 drivers. Like, that's nothing. Oh, they started loading me. All right, that's what that vibration was. We are actually getting loaded. But yeah, I don't know. Blows my mind how these how many people these big companies go through like that. You know, like in an 8-year period, they hired 40,000 drivers. Like, that is absurd. Like, and you know, I watched the Truck and Answers video about it, and all the, like, tons of comments. People were like, "Well, I worked there, and I worked there," and you know, it's like, okay, well, they worked there, so apparently, you know, they're touching a big part of the industry by doing that. Thought that guy walking through the lot there was coming out to bring me my paperwork, but I guess he's doing a yard check. So, Al John's in the house. What's up, Al John's? Headed back to Memphis for the final move to Gulfport. Well, there you go, brother. I'm happy for you. You know, I know when you live somewhere for a long time, it's tough for getting out of there, but that's a pretty sweet move from Memphis to Gulfport. It really is. All right, guys, I think I'm going to hop off here real quick. Go in here and see what's going on. I don't know. They gave me a green light for a second. Now it's back red. I don't know. Yeah, they're putting something else back on there. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to go here and see what they're doing. I appreciate everybody coming in and checking out the live. Yeah, take care of each other out there, guys. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thanks, Anthony Drummond, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. I will salute Anthony Drummond when I'm eating my Arby's later. Wild Bill, appreciate you coming in. Thank you. Be careful out there, Cash. Wild Bill says, I will do my best. Later, guys.